Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of Stacker News Live. My name's Car. I'm with my BFF Keyan. Keyan, guess where I'm at?
You're in El Salvador. You're running from Gary Gensler.
Oh, that's a good one. No, not running from Gary Gensler. I'm flying over to Noster, Phoenix. It's the biggest Noster event this side of the Mississippi.
That's probably true, actually.
Yeah.
Unless you consider Japan.
Yeah.
Outside of the Mississippi.
I think this is the first Noster event. I could be wrong. This is the first Noster event of the year, so want to check it out. Hang out with some friends there and check out Phoenix. You know, it's supposed to be the next big Bitcoin scene. We'll see.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like it's a little too broy. I feel like they got too much of a party scene. But I don't know. Maybe it's a great venue for Bitcoin. They can buy all their what party dudes do. Buy all their cocaine and stuff.
I don't think they do drugs over there. But I mean, I've seen Breaking Bad. I don't know. Well, no, that wasn't in Phoenix though.
That was in New Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
yeah.
thinking of like Salt Lake City. It's in between those two. So
Okay. All right, cool. How was your week?
How was my week? It was good. It was good. I think we did three releases this week, so pretty good.
Nice.
Not all of them were really big. Yeah.
Nice.
But it's fun to ship that much. I miss shipping that much.
Dude, tell me about it, man. That's one thing that I love about Top Builder. We've been doing this for like 30 days now, and just seeing all these teams ship and updating us on everything on the GitHub and all that stuff. And then we did a whole release today on the blog about the top 15 that made it. So it's amazing to see all these Bitcoiners shipping, like really hardcore base Lightning projects. That's what I love, you know?
Yeah, dude. I can only imagine in Top Builder, but even in the lab, like I'll talk to Jim, who's doing Cascader on a weekly basis, and he feels like he's traveled like miles in a few days. It's really exciting, especially at the early stage. It's so exciting because someone like really get their sea legs.
Yeah.
Just start running.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, man.
Cool.
Shipping is happening. I don't think it's the price. I think I don't know. There's just an urgency to save the world, Keyan. That's what it is. An urgency to save the world. You know?
Well, yeah. For sure. How was your week?
It was good. We went to New York, had a few meetings. I was able to hang out at the Pub Key. Dude, best burger in town.
Really?
Yeah, the smash burger. Next time I'm getting 2 of those. I got 1. That was a mistake. But yeah.
You mean like double meat or
no,
burgers?
like dude, it's so good. It's so good. It's probably one of the best burgers I've ever had. Yeah.
You need any famous?
All of them were famous. That's all who I was.
Oh, wow.
I was just rubbing shoulders with famous Bitcoiners all week.
Dude,
it's crazy.
Are your shoulders sore?
Or what? Are my arms?
Your shoulders sore.
No, it was cool. We were able to see the whole. I don't know if you saw the flag that made the news where it went over Manhattan. Yeah. So we were there for that, and everybody was there for that. It was cool, dude. They had the whole thing there and everything. It was awesome. It was a good vibe. It was a really good vibe. Pub Key's a really special place. I can see why people like it.
Is it in a good part of town? What do you think of the part of town it's in?
Oh, it's perfect part of town. Perfect part of town. My only criticism, and it's not their fault, it's just really small. But it was packed yesterday. It was packed. So there was like nowhere you'd have to move around. But it's worth the trip. Totally. And you can pay with Zeus. So that was cool. Yeah.
Wow. Doesn't get better than that.
They got the Zeus POS there too. All right, with that, let's jump into the top 5 stories of the week here on Stacker News. I should say this. If you've never seen Stacker News, I'm sure we have new listeners every week. If you've never seen it, it's the front page of Bitcoin. I don't vote on these stories. Keyan, I don't know if he votes on these stories, but the Stackers do, and they earn Bitcoin doing it. So if you don't have a Stacker News account and you just happen to watch the show, you should probably go and get one before the lines get long and you have to, Keyan locks the gates. Okay.
We are debating actually putting up like a block, like every Bitcoin block mined is another sign up.
I think you should, dude. Like, that's how like Facebook got super big. Remember that? It's just like invite only. I mean, Albie's doing it. It seems to be working. You get people talking about it, asking for invites. I was saying this in the early days, Stacker news accounts, and no one was listening to me. They thought I was crazy. Now,
Well, you started like a couple months ago. But
nope.
Those are the
Nope.
early days.
Start SN accounts. Do it, Stackers, now. Okay, cool. Because you'll probably have to sell. Remember when they were selling Binance in that craze in 2017 where they were selling Binance accounts? Remember that?
No, I never shitcoined.
Dude, I shitcoined heavy. It was bad. It was bad.
I did not.
Yeah. Anyways, don't do that, Stackers. But if you do, I mean, you'll be in a good spot. Okay. The first top story is found out my wife has cancer. Been holding it together all day. This is from Hodl Pleb, 68 comments, 25,000 sats, February 12th. Books and articles territory post. Keyan, what's this?
Yeah. So Hodl Pleb, I have another story from Hodl Pleb a little later, but apparently their wife, well, they think their wife has cancer, and it's kind of experiencing that is like kind of a big deal. I have a close family member who worked at a cancer clinic, and I met a lot of people with cancer. It's like most people don't consider that their life would be over before they intended it to be. And so it's kind of troubling. But I think it's pretty early in the journey. There's a lot of false positives with this stuff. Many forms of cancer are quite manageable now. Technology is getting better and better. Anyway, so he just writes about this kind of experience.
Yeah, I saw this. I saw this in the evening or whenever he posted it, and my heart just like went out to the guy, and I wrote a whole thing there about what what I experienced seeing that, and yeah, it was a really touching post. I think everybody, the whole Stacker News community, really took to this one. I don't think we've ever had anything like this kind of post on there before, so that was really cool to see that we're all in it together, even if it's not around Bitcoin, if that makes sense. So, Hodl Pleb, he had the top comment. He said, the outpouring of support and insights has been overwhelming today. This post has been going for nearly 24 hours, and I am still getting new responses. I've been coming back all day I've been coming all day long to gain more strength and shed a few tears. Thank you all. So, yeah.
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 I mean, it probably means a lot if you have experience with cancer or nursing.
Yeah.
Please chime in and help them think about it, because it is a strange experience to go through.
Yeah, for sure.
Person, and it is really touching. And Bitcoin doesn't fix cancer yet. Maybe someday, but prayers to all the Pleb and his family. Yeah.
We had Stack Sats today. He said, I'm so sorry that your wife and your family are going through this. It's shocking when you first hear cancer, especially when you aren't expecting diagnosis. Recently, having gone through this myself, I can relate, especially when young kids are involved. And then he recommended some books. Wow, a lot of touching words there. So that was cool. Yeah. Yeah, great story. Let's jump into the next top story here. Value for value news journalism discussion using entirely Bitcoin. This is 44 comments from the Bitcoin Bugle, February 12th Bitcoin post, 25,000 K boost, 12,000 sats. Keyan, what's this?
Yeah, this is a post from the Bitcoin Bugle. If you're not familiar with the Bitcoin Bugle, they're like the Onion for Bitcoin. They have these kind of like sarcastic stories, but they're actually generally getting to a deeper point about what's going on in the community. Anyway, they've been around for a year, they say in this post, and they're looking to figure out a way to monetize all the work that they're doing. And so they have a variety of ideas listed here, and they're asking for feedback. Stackers deliver a bunch of feedback.
Yeah, it looks like Atreus says the way forward is for us to support one another within our own network community. Just as Darthcoin says, value for value is a method that works and grows exponentially as our network grows. Yeah, and then Bitcoin Bugle chimes in, yeah, it's pretty wild to watch my poop posting value go up. So, What? I've never seen his post. What does he do again? Is he like a? Is it like no BS
Bitcoin
Bitcoin?
Bugle?
Yeah. Is it like no Bitcoin? Is it like no BS Bitcoin?
No,
Or?
it's like do you remember the Onion? Do you know the Onion?
No.
It's like fake news, but it's like funny and has a point to it.
Oh. Okay, I get you.
Yeah. It's like intentionally fake news. Like there was a. I don't. You can just if you go to their profile, you can go and read.
Oh, okay.
Some of their stuff. I'm trying to remember some of the more memorable. One of the more memorable ones that I read very early from them that I wasn't sure was real or not. I think it said like Michael Saylor was opening a Bitcoin stroke club or something. I don't. It was just like very. It like riffs on a cultural moment in Bitcoin.
So it's kind of like the sun, but who knows? Okay, so yeah, check it out, Stackers. The Bugle, the Daily Bugle.
Well, you came in here and commented. You said something about ghosts. If you were familiar with ghosts.
Oh, did I? I don't remember. Oh, hang on, that's the wrong one.
Let
me go back. Oh, he was asking how to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you had said something in there. Maybe I missed. Maybe it was another post.
Yeah, I think it was another one.
I think for Bitcoin Bugle, I think Mash is the perfect like platform to help him experiment with stuff. We have a variety of different ways of getting paid.
Cool. Well, check it out, Stackers. Check out the post. See how I keep the show going regardless. We just keep stopping. Doesn't matter. We keep going, Stackers. You keep going. The next top story is dual funding Bolt merged. What is this, Keel?
Yeah, this is really cool. So this is a way to collaboratively open a channel with a channel partner on Lightning, and it's at the Lightning protocol level. Lisa, I think when I was talking to Lisa, she said this was like 5 years of work. It's taken 5 years to get to the point where this has been merged. So they went out and celebrated that night, but it's kind of a big deal because normally in a Lightning channel, one of the channel partners is the one who funds the channel, and all the liquidity is stuck on their side of the channel. In this case, you can negotiate with your channel partner like the balance of the liquidity, and this proposal is like sophisticated enough to allow you to collaborate with more than just one person and open several channels simultaneously in a collaborative way, so long as they're using this new channel version. But a pretty significant like milestone, I think, for Nifty. I'm not sure if she had another Bolt that was merged before this one, but regardless, like this is a very significant update to Lightning. So
that's awesome. It says she had the top comment. She said Lightning's V2 era is coming. What does that mean, Keyan? What does V2 mean?
We've only been in V1. That's what that means, dude. You remember Web 1? Like this.
Oh, this is version 2. That's what she means. Oh, okay.
We're moving, dude.
And then you had another comment. You said Carla on what Bitcoin did called Bitcoin protocol work eating poop. This is what makes eating poop worth it. Yeah, dude, that was a great podcast. Did you watch that? Yeah, that was really good.
No, I didn't watch it. I listened to it.
Yeah, it was a good podcast. Yeah, check it out, y'all. And congrats to the whole team. That's amazing. Core Lightning, man. They're not giving up. They're not abandoning Lightning, Keyan. Why not? Why aren't they abandoning Lightning?
Because they don't spend all day on Twitter-like social media channels, just blasting out their top-of-mind opinions. Where people are convinced that they know what they mean, or they know what they're talking about when they don't. That's doing actual work.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about that. Like, I don't understand how people can be on social media all day. Like, what are you doing? like, all I see is just like the same people on social media all the time, and I'm like, what are you doing? But maybe they
The fiat.
maybe they have like buffer. Like we have buffer on Pleb Lab, so it's just like it's all set up, scheduled.
No, you can't have a debate. You can't have an argument using buffer.
Hey man, I,
Maybe if you're like
Twitter
really
to
skilled, like
Twitter to me,
Carvalho.
Twitter to me is LinkedIn, bro. It's dead. I'm sorry. It's good just for media blasts, but it's dead. Conversation cannot be had on Twitter. You have to go to places like Stacker News to have real conversation. So I'm sorry. That's why I'm treating it like LinkedIn. It's not worth my time.
Oh no,
It's true.
it's a terrible fate for Twitter. It
It's
was so
true.
cool at one point.
This is what happens when you buy into the all this KYC that they're doing, and yeah, man, dark times ahead,
I don't think
Keyan.
it's the I don't think it's the KYC. I think it's really the metrics that they're optimizing for. Like
Yeah,
I'll go into a comment thread and it's all like cat videos and dog videos. I'm just like I want to see some conversation around this topic. But they basically turned every Twitter thread into a TikTok feed. It's like what they're trying to do. It's super weird.
it's weird too because like there's no alpha on Twitter anymore. Like the real alpha is like real, like actually building real shit in real life. That's where you find the alpha, and
Yeah.
that's what I've come to realize is like you only find the alpha by actually doing the work and being around other builders and seeing what's actually going on, like boots on the ground shit. This fiat phase of the 2020s is coming to an end, and I'm looking forward to it because, yeah, baby, it's going to be really awesome. The next top story, man, feeling good tonight. The next top story is Ecash is just digital fiat. Changed my mind. This is from Blue Slime, February 11th. Bitcoin post, 112 comments. 112 comments. Wow. 25,000 boosts. 14.8k sats. Keyan, what is this?
Well, I think Blue Slime wanted to start a fight about Ecash, and I think they got it. I think they were rewarded with a fight about it. I mean, I think they have a point of view on Ecash. I just disagree with most of it. Well, I disagree with the severity of most of it. I think the idea of it says zero, like Ecash mints are zero custody. It depends on your definition of custody. It depends on your definition of zero. You know, like there are issues to take with that point. The other thing I think that they say that is, I think, much further off base is that it's 100% centralized. Which
It is, though. It's totally centralized.
it's not, though, because it's like it's basically saying there's no difference in the degree of centralization between you as a singular person and you, your family, making decisions like that, or you and your friend group making decisions. Is that centralized relative to just you making like?
See, this is. Go ahead. I'll let you talk, and then I'll talk. This is good that you're on the opposite side of this, because I'm on the other side of this. Go for it.
It's more centralized than Bitcoin, but it's less centralized than a single person. So that's really, it doesn't. If you think everything is centralized that isn't Bitcoin, then yes, an Ecash mint is centralized. That's a silly definition of decentralization.
Keyan, let me tell you this. So Ecash, I'm giving you my Bitcoin for tokens for Ecash. That is fiat.
Mm-hmm.
That is fiat. Somebody's holding my Bitcoin. Is that not true? Like that's the overarching thing. Is that not true? Yes or no?
Well, it depends on the reason. Why
No, it doesn't
you're
depend
doing
on the reason at all.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't. It doesn't depend on the
Well,
reason.
then what? I mean, if there's nothing I can say that makes your point invalid, then why bother to have the conversation? The point of, but the thing is, there might be reasons to give your Bitcoin to an Ecash mint that aren't such that you redeem your Ecash later for Bitcoin, and that's kind of a point that
Why wouldn't I just use the Lightning Network? Why wouldn't I just pay my cents directly? That makes no sense.
Because the Lightning Network, when on-chain fees are high, is unusable for people without existing UTXO channels, as it currently sits.
Where in the world is this? Can somebody where is this happening?
When's the last time you opened a Lightning channel?
On Voltage. I use Voltage.
I see. So voltage. When's the last time voltage opened a Lightning channel for you?
I don't know. It's set up. It works. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't understand what people are saying. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't scale. To me, I just don't.
It doesn't work. I'm certainly not saying it doesn't work because I'm not on the side of that. I'm saying that there is a threshold, like 1,000 sats, 10,000 sats, 50,000 sats, where opening a channel doesn't make sense, and entering a more trusted relationship makes sense. Most people are using Wallet Satoshi, right or wrong.
I'm not. Didn't they just ban it?
Yeah, but you have used Wallet Satoshi in the past. Have you not?
In the past, yeah.
Would you still be using it if it weren't banned?
No, I wouldn't be using it.
You'd be using voltage.
I'm using Zeus right now. I'm using Zeus, and it works great with voltage. I think. Let's read the comments, because I think that there are some better comments than just me comment. I'm an idiot. I don't know anything, so don't listen to me, stackers. But you got Super Testnet. He says the Bitcoin white paper criticizes Ecash on page 2. And then he reads it out. And then so he says, Bitcoin is intended as a solution to this problem. Nonetheless, I think the same white paper correctly points out that for most transactions, a bank is fine. And then he chimes in. He had the top comment. He said, to me, one of the great things about Bitcoin is that it's an option for everyone failed by banks, including mints, but most people are not failed by them. In fact, most people seem to prefer banks and mints. This is the thing that I don't think people are seeing. And maybe this is just me being really dumb and naive. But I suspect, and this is my theory, that the more popular this thing becomes, you're literally waiting for the biggest rug pull. Bitcoin is literally going parabolic this cycle. And everybody wants to custodial your Bitcoin all of a sudden. If you want to give your Bitcoin to a custodian, go for it. I'm just not going to do that because I've seen what happens. I've seen the way it plays out, and it's never good. It's just weird all of a sudden now everybody wants to custody Bitcoin when it's about to go parabolic. That to me is a strange occurrence all of a sudden. Maybe it's me pointing two things together, but to me that doesn't make a lot of sense. But I also think, though, just in general, that the whole ETF thing is this is just where Bitcoin is going anyway. Everybody wants it custodied. Everybody wants that to happen at this point. This is where we're headed. And it's even more important to hold the line on this kind of stuff. That's all I'm saying. But that's an interesting thing about this whole thing is it happened on the Super Bowl, and everybody was in here chiming in instead of watching the Super Bowl. That was one of the coolest things about this post. Blue Slime, the OP, he said, on the one hand, I agree with you, but Satoshi wasn't satisfied with Ecash and built Bitcoin instead. I refuse to be complicit about Ecash and think there's still more that can be done on Bitcoin and Lightning.
Yeah. That's why I don't like how polar Blue Slime has gone on Ecash, because I think the reason why Satoshi built Bitcoin is so that there is an option where mints are not trustworthy, and mints do not have a constant level of trustworthiness throughout time and throughout circumstance, and in certain situations, the calculus will work out to where using a mint makes sense. But worst case, you always want something. If you need something better, you want it to be available, and that's what Bitcoin is. And so I think there is a place for Ecash and mint that isn't served by Bitcoin, because Bitcoin will be expensive going forward. If you don't think it will be, good luck to you, because you aren't prepared for all of your use cases.
This is why this thing has taken off, is because everybody thinks that Bitcoin's going to global adoption tomorrow. And this is why we have Ecash. And that's not going to happen, folks. I'm sorry. People want to custodial Bitcoin. People want to use fiat, and they're going to do that. And they're not going to want to use Bitcoin until it's too late. And if they're trying to solve a solution for something that hasn't happened yet, all you're going to do is just let them custody your Bitcoin, and they're going to use it for leverage, or they're going to factually reserve it, or whatever 10 other use cases. And I'm not saying this about the people that are creating this. I'm saying this about the people that will use this technology to go and do that. That's what I'm saying. And I don't think when stackers, when plebs, whoever, Bitcoiners, when they come in this cycle, they're going to think it's the same thing. They're not going to know the same thing they're going to think like Bcash and Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Cash is the same thing. Bitcoin Cash is better. This is the same type of thing that's happening now. They're not going to see a difference. And then when the rug pull happens, lo and behold. That's all I'm saying. I'm calling it now, Keyan. I'm calling it now. Rug pull imminent.
Okay. Through an Ecash man. Is that the call? I want to know what the specifics of the call are. So
the specifics of the call is somebody will create a bank using Ecash, and it's going to be the biggest rug pull this next cycle. And that's probably when it'll be like the FTX. That's when we know everything is going to go down.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
it's inevitable. It's inevitable.
I got a printer. I got a receipt printer right here.
Call it.
Techo. I'm going to print it out.
You have Tony Giorgio. He says, I hope everyone here realizes that you're using a custodial service with an amount of sats that wouldn't make sense to try to self-custody on Bitcoin or in Lightning. One where the operator knows everyone's balances and transactions. One where it is trivial to selectively nullify that balance with a single unilateral action. Ecash fixes this, and federated Ecash distributes this even further. We have, there is another good one here. I thought that was amazing. Blue Slime says, you can tell it's a bull market when there's a bunch of hype projects that want to take your Bitcoin and give you new token printing from nothing. That's what I'm trying to say, dude. There's all, like, I love that they posted this because it's good for the stackers and these new Bitcoiners that you're onboarding on Stacker News to know this. Because when you go to Nostr, all you see is a bunch of Ecashers talking about Ecash all day with no one zapping each other. And that's the thing I think is the interesting thing. And you'll get to your updates here in a second, but you're seeing two different kind of groups being formed right now, where you have all these Ecashers, all these people that are like trying to do this kind of thing, and then you're seeing like all these self-sovereign Bitcoiners trying to say like, hey, no, hold your own keys, and they're like, no, trust me, bro, on this side. And that's all I'm saying. That's what it looks like to me from a high level is what's going on. You're seeing a split. And it's very reminiscent. Just saying, man. Careful who you're listening. Just be careful who you're listening to out there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, especially us. Be careful.
Especially us. Yeah, because I want to custody your Bitcoin. Keyan's the only one that's custodying somebody's Bitcoin right here. This guy is.
But I don't want to custody
this guy.
Bitcoin. Please,
this guy's custodying somebody's Bitcoin. Not me. But anyway, it's a good post. Definitely check it out and go do your own research. Don't listen to me. I don't know anything. I'm just an idiot. And sometimes, you don't want to talk about these things, but it gets in the top 5 and you have to talk about it. The next top story. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing to talk about. I think there is a debate to be had on Ecash. I'm glad people are having it. I think people who believe too strongly one way or another are being a little hyperbolic, a little dramatic. I think it
wouldn't be Bitcoin if it wasn't.
I know it's a nuanced issue. There are really interesting things that are going on in Ecash. There's reason to be skeptical of Ecash and suspicious of Ecash.
It's good to argue about the technologies. That's all I'm saying. It's good. It's good. This is good. This is how we get progress. This is what separates us from, as Bitcoiners. This is what separates us from shitcoiners, right? It's like this type of thing. You even saw Lalu. Like even Lalu was out there on Twitter saying that Lightning is the only L2. So it's like it's not just like the plebs. It's the devs as well too.
So far.
That's what he
knows
said.
Better. Yeah.
There you go. So, anyways, go do your own research. The debate's still going. Human readable Bitcoin payment instructions. This is from Blue Matt, February 10th. 25 comments, 17,000 sats. A Bitcoin post, baby. What is this, Keyan?
Yeah. Oh, this is great. So this is like a less custodial proposal at the BIP level for Lightning address, something that has a Lightning address-like functionality. So a way for you to send Bitcoin to human-readable names.
Nice.
Is basically what this is, and rather than using a web server like a Lightning address requires, which is why most people don't have self-custodial Lightning addresses, this uses DNS records, and then with the requirement that you use DNS security which is like this public. Basically, it's like public key signing your DNS record. It's an authentication layer on your DNS record. The idea is that like a normal pleb who understands DNS a little bit, interact with a registrar, could set up something like a lightning address without having to spin up a web server and then all the things that involves. There's a lot of debate to be had here, but it's an interesting proposal. I think Bitcoin does need human readable names, and if we can get them through DNS, then all the better. I think a lot of people would use it. But I think the assumption that DNS security is like easy might be a stretch. Maybe it'll get easier over time as more people use it and more guys and stuff. But it's still like a public-private key management type of issue. But overall, really glad to see this. I was having like a year ago, I was having debates with people about why human readable names are so important in Bitcoin, and it looks like we're getting some like legitimate proposals from really heavy-hitting Bitcoiners on that front.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. We got any comments in here? We got Saunter. He said, really interesting and needed. I'm against a format that is identical to email. In my opinion, this was a mistaken lightning address approach. In some cases, it creates confusion. We can go UMA way, which adds the $ in the front. I'd suggest using B so we don't have to use the fiat symbol. Cool. It's awesome. Yeah, pretty cool. Way to go. And I think that's all the top 5 stories of the week. Very spicy week on Stacker News, Keyan. So much debates going on, you know? It's wild.
Yeah.
But I love it. Wouldn't want it any other way. You got some meta?
I do have meta. Car has a flight that's leaving soon, so we're gonna get to it.
Yeah, I gotta stop in like 13 minutes. Sorry, Stackers. It was either this or early in the morning, but Keyan didn't want to do it early in the morning.
I was not prepared. I did not have I didn't do my morning meditation.
We would have had solid internet.
Me and Jim didn't do a pep talk together.
We wouldn't have had airport music in the back.
I mean, to be fair, it was like an hour worth of morning, but I love the music. Yeah.
We want to have like all these people next to me looking at me like I'm some a TikTok star or something.
I'm gonna get like Chat GPT's like what is it, Quora, to like translate that woman's.
Oh, was she having a conversation? Yeah.
Yeah.
She just plopped right next to me.
Anyway, we had 3 releases this week. I think this one did the best. This one actually got in the top 5. But basically, we allow you to send non-custodially now on Stacker News. It's like an augmentation to the custodial wallet on Stacker News. There's a Stacker News Mint that is not Ecash. You can now.
Wait, you're implementing Ecash too? Wow. Get ready for. You're. You might as well just use Monero if you're going to use Ecash. That's all I'm saying. You might as well.
Oh, okay. Well, that seems different. Anyway,
that was a joke. That was a joke.
You can attach a wallet that supports Nostr Wallet Connect, or you can attach LNBits now. And if you don't have enough money to do an operation on Stacker News, it will pull from that potentially non-custodial source and allow you to do the action without you having.
And then you could set a limit or no?
You should set a budget on your Nostr Wallet string or LNBits and prevent it from sending too much. But this is like the kind of the first step. We have a lot more plans here. The UX is still an MVP, so it'll get better.
So you're trying to move entirely away from like being self-custodial.
Moving towards self-custodial.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Cool.
The idea is to explore how, to try to figure out where is the edge as far as what is the best self-custodial experience we can provide for a Stacker News application.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing kind of incrementally right now.
Okay. Well, keep it going. You got a lot of contributors there. Yeah.
Yeah. There are a few new contributors. These are people who are involved in the trial that we're doing for hiring our next engineer. We have like 5 engineers who are contracting right now, and we're going to hire one of them at the end of the month.
So you're doing like a top. You're doing like a top builder internally for Stacker News.
We're doing a top builder, but for Stacker News. I mean,
What?
not really, but in so many ways, it has like a.
Copying all my ideas, Keyan. Copying all my ideas.
Okay, I mean, all right.
I'm just kidding. What do they have to do to
much to
win?
say.
What do they have to do to win?
There's no winning. There's no prize. It's simply we all work together. I pay them. They get open source work. You pay top builder people, right?
Can only
Copying your idea. I assume that came from you. The idea to pay people for
I'm working on sponsorships. It's tough out there. We're still in a bear market to a lot of people.
I know. Anyway, a lot of them contributed. They're just getting their first commits out there. I'm really excited for them. We had a few other things in this release. We're autowithdraw to LND, not safe for work territory labels, a little better domain searching, and a variety of bug fixes. And then we had some follow-on releases too from other people in the trial. But that is the release.
That's awesome. It's great.
Yeah.
Great job. Great job, Stacker News team.
Do you want to talk about your top builder? Didn't you announce the 15th?
Yeah. So builders, if you haven't checked out the builders channel, this is it. Builders territory. We announced the top 15. These are the top 15 teams. All of these, dude. Really cool. What's really great about this is like using the network that we built inside of Pleb Lab. Like I can connect all these people to the wider Bitcoin community, and then they just they're just able to ask those questions to people that they probably never would. I don't want to say get access to, but would be afraid to ask, I guess is more the appropriate word, on their own, because everybody's pretty nice in Bitcoin. So yeah,
they are.
Yeah, but I remember coming in and being like, oh, can I talk to that? Like, you know what I mean? You always get. But I take care of the weirdness, so you just go out there and shoot. But yeah, really good teams here. We're going to get them down to 5 next week, so top builder, Keyan. Look at that trophy. That trophy.
I can't see your screen.
Oh. Yeah. Let's jump into the top stackers of the week. Let's do this. The week top stackers. Where is it at? Top posts. See, I always do this. I go to top. Go to stackers. There it goes.
It's very confusing.
All right. First one. Oh, Evan. Evan's on there.
I don't know how they stack so much. They didn't post or comment. Someone must have forwarded them money. So.
Boom. Zap him. Zap Evan. Legend. Got Undisciplined. Gray Ruby. David W. We Are Satoshi. Darthcoin, he's back? What? Did he come back because... Did he come back because of Ecash? He had to make sure that people were away from Ecash? Is that why he came back? Or is he pro Ecash?
I have no idea, but you could see he spent a lot of time. Like he's not. I don't think he's officially back. He hasn't been like I'm back.
Is he pro Ecash or against Ecash?
I think he's
in the middle.
From what I can tell, he's a little more on the side of being in favor of it than against it.
Oh wow. Yeah. I wouldn't suspect he'd be pro Ecasher, but I guess that's what we get this cycle.
He's not pro. He's a little bit.
He's a mid.
He's like neutral.
Neutral Ecasher.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Like neutral. Yeah.
I mean, his name is Darthcoin. It makes sense, right? It's not like.
No.
It's not like it's.
You just said Darthcoin all of a sudden.
It's not like it's Darth Bitcoin. He loves this. He's probably drinking a beer watching this right now. Got KR. KR dropped it down to 7. Look at that. What's going on? All right, cool. Let's get into the most point segment of Bitcoin, which is actually becoming the most hot segment in Bitcoin because stuff has changed. Ben Carmen dropped down to 3. Dude.
Oh, wow. Kevin put his hat back on.
Yeah, he's just like, you know what? YOLO into this bull run. Once it hit 50K, he's just like, I'm back in, baby. You know? What do you think? What do you think about this ongoing saga that is the Cowboy segment?
I think you found out what's going on. There's a bunch of people hiding their hats.
Oh, everybody should just turn on their hats now. Turn it on. Turn on your hats, everybody. If you've been, you have them, show them. That's all I'm saying. Ben is, yeah, he fell down. Earthworm too. He's not giving up. At least to 100K.
Nope.
What do you think, Keyan? What do you think about this?
I mean, I think there's probably like 5 to 10 stackers who are hiding their hats.
Wow.
And so I just think this ranking like is almost irrelevant because I know there are people with long hats.
Yeah. We got reading the. Let me read the fountain comments. It's been like a few weeks since I read the fountain comments, but let me read these.
Timing.
He said, he got vague. He said, the 6 or so days between Stacker News live episodes is depressing to me. Gosh, what's going on, Vague? Gosh, hang in there, buddy. Well, you're really going to hate this one because this one's going to be really late. And it's going to be an awful stream, so you're going to be really depressed. Then we got Blockchain Boog, Zap. We got a Lightning user said, love Stacker News. Got Blockchain Boog said, Keyan, build on Liquid. There you go, Keyan. Come to the dark side. Build on Liquid.
I think I'll retire before I build on
Hey, man. Hey, man, take it seriously. Take it seriously, Keyan. Why aren't you taking it seriously?
I mean, I take it seriously. I just don't want to.
There's some really. Hey, why not? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Not the same thing. It just has different trade-offs and it has different use cases, and it might be interesting for like weird DeFi stuff that's high trust.
I hope everybody.
But I don't know what you bet.
We got the last one that said, "Love the good faith Stripe debate. Important topic for the Bitcoin community." So
that was older one.
Yeah, that was an old one. Cool. Well, Keyan, this debate will continue with Ecash. We should have just called this the Ecash episode. That's what happened. But no,
Yeah,
I think it's good for Bitcoin though. It's good that we have these other technologies we can skate to just in case. In all seriousness, let them experiment.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
You should implement Ecash this weekend.
It's more complicated than that. It isn't that easy. I wish it were that easy. I'm also not sure how it benefits stackers to do Ecash. In our context specifically. I understand Ecash generally.
Oh, so you would consider it. Why aren't you considering it then?
I have considered it. I just don't understand how it would work in Stacker News' context well enough. And I'm also not sure of what the exact differences between being a unilateral custodian and being a federated one is legally. I don't think there's much differences. I'm not convinced yet that there's much difference.
Oh, so you're saying that it's more of a legal thing than anything?
It's not mostly. It's a combination of technical things that we need to do, and UX things, and then there's also a legal thing, it's like the gray area legally. Which is better than being a unilateral custodian, which is definitely a red area.
Is that the same thing for the nuts too, or no? Is that the same thing for the nuts?
I don't actually know. I think no one really knows what the legal status of these things are exactly. That's just kind of to be determined. They're new things.
Yeah, give it time. Wait and see, stackers. That's what I always say. Or trust.
What are you gonna do in Phoenix?
Oh, the Nostr. We're going to Nostr. Nostr Phoenix.
Nostr Phoenix.
Yeah.
They have pretty good Mexican food in Phoenix.
Oh, they do, right? The green chilies. That should be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Best Mexican food I've ever had.
Yeah, I'll see you on Monday. I gotta get going, but you know what, Keyan, you have yourself a great weekend. What are you gonna do this weekend?
Me too. I don't think I have much to do except work stuff because no one cares about. So that's about it. I'm not going to be at a fancy Nostr conference.
What?
A bunch of college co-eds.
What?
A bunch of like blonde women.
What?
Car's going to be sharing pictures on Nostr.
Oh man,
A bunch
gosh.
of college-age women.
What are you talking about?
I'm
Christian.
That's what I just imagine.
I'm
That's
Christian.
what I imagine when I imagine Phoenix because it has ASU there. which is like this big party school.
I'm all business, Keyan. I'm all
Predominantly
business.
white people.
I'm all business, Keyan. I'm all business. This is a business trip, Keyan. Come on. I think I'm speaking too, so we'll see.
What are you speaking about?
Stopping people from using Ecash, apparently. No, I'm just kidding. I won't bring that up. No, it's still, you can't really talk about it publicly yet. I mean, you can. We talk about it at Pleb Lab, but you really can't talk about it like in the outer world yet. It's still a fresh concept. You know, you gotta let it breathe a little bit, give it time, and then the debate will really swirl later in the year, I'm sure. So.
Okay.
Slow and steady, Keyan.
Slow and steady. I hear it. I think that's a good way to go when you're going.
Okay. I'll see you later.
See ya, man.
You gonna say Zap? There you go.